What's going on? Okunola from SAMOKFIT, checking with you guys. You guys are doing well, doing terrific. In today's video, I'm not going to talk about it yet. Well, of course, I'm going to talk about it because you've seen the title, so you know exactly what I'm going to talk about. But first, I'm here with my man, Max, about to get after. He said, "Hey, I'm about to get after a pull session real quick with him, and then we're going to dive into the topic. But first, of course, VPN flight. There's a new flavor right now that I'm on. Before I was using green apple, but now we're using sour watermelon. One scoop, not to the dome. We like to mix our shit with water just because I like to be fully saturated in my body and get the nasty pump that you should be doing too, and not fall for the training. But anyways, I'm gonna do that real quick, warm up, and we should get after this beastly workout. And we want to talk about a topic that you're here for. Let's get into it.
Two chugs.
Oh yeah, whoa, look, they can never keep me down, I'm going. And if I ever fail, just know I'll go again. I never quit, cause I know that every loss may lead to another win. I'm going up.
Okay, so just obviously took the pre-workout now and starting to feel it a little bit more. So
Getting itchies.
throughout this week, I've been doing an acclimation training. Acclimation meaning I'm just trying to get ready for like my main meso, which is going to start next week. If you guys want to see where I'm currently on my next meso training, I've been hyping it up on Instagram. A lot of people have been asking, like, what is it? It's not that crazy, I promise. But to me, it's just exciting. So if you haven't really been following my journey, you know, I've had some knee issues, and I've been kind of just like, you know, auto-regulating my training a little bit. So now I'm actually, my knee's feeling better based on the few videos that I've posted in the past, what I'm doing currently for my rehab. So jumping into like a new program, it's very exciting. I'm very excited. So I'm not trying to go ham because you know how you get when you start a new program, like so get super excited. So I'm not going to be too excited. I'm starting that next week, but throughout this week I'm just doing an acclimation set just to make sure the right movements that I'm choosing are what I need for this next meso. So right now this is one of my favorite movements right now, and again because it allows you to actually pull with the right motion and the right way. Your fiber for your lats are, you know, designed to move. That's why it's one of, like, literally one of the most versatile pieces of equipment that you can do. We only do about 2 sets on here, and yeah, let's get after it.
Bet when I land, they gon' tell me it's luck again. See that I'm winning, it's harder to watch. I'm setting the stage, you should give me my props. You ain't got no soul, you lacking the spirit. You talk out your neck, I'ma show you I'm with it. I would really hate for you to sit and watch me win again and win again and win again. I know it's probably getting on me and win a synonym. So if I ever win again, it's no I did the minimum. I didn't have to sell my soul. Oh, yeah. Please don't play no games with me. It was never about the fame to me. They needed the best, so they came to me. Whoa, who the best in this?
Right, so to the topic of the video, TRT. So in case you don't know what TRT is or why am I deciding to talk about this topic. So it's your favorite YouTubers, Out of Beast, Derek from More Plates, More Dates, talk about that all the time. Coach Greg, talk about that all the time. And some of your favorite YouTubers are talking about it, right? Or are on TRT. So I've been asked, hey bro, you wonder what you look like if you hop on the sauce? Technically TRT is not really considered a sauce. It is a sauce, but you're not like full blown just running freaking stacks of stuffs. But because it's a very current topic, and I think because a lot of you guys are influenced by those guys, but obviously they have a bigger platform, you see them doing it, so like, maybe I should do it too. So I thought it's very pertinent to do this video and bring it to you guys. If you don't know what TRT is, or HRT, hormone replacement therapy, or TRT, testosterone replacement therapy, technically the same thing. In most cases, it's being used for people that have a low testosterone. For instance, if you are, I have a friend, Justin Williams, it was treated, had tons of chemotherapy, low test, went to the shitters, anxiety issues, and things like that. That's one of the side effects of TRT. Of course, somebody like that, it's almost, you know, for your quality of life, you need hormone replacement therapy for that. So that's what TRT technically is designed to do. But I think a lot of people are using TRT as an excuse to just hop on the sauce. And a lot of guys, you know, even like 20-year-old, 23-year-old kids are like, I think I should be on TRT. Like, bro, you haven't even lived your full life here before you're thinking about TRT. So that is the reason why I'm talking about this topic. So hopefully I'll tell you my view on it. Am I gonna get on TRT? Should you get on TRT? We're gonna dive into it.
Tell them, yeah, that's me. Tell them who bring the fire, say, yeah, that's me. Who make it
So the last movement that you guys just saw is the chest supported row, and hands down one of my favorite movement right now. Max is nodding his head back there. Can let you guys know that. And again, the reason why I like that is because I mean it's just isolates my upper back more than anything. And yes, a seal row would be great, but a lot of times with seal row, when you have the bar kind of just hitting the bar, hitting the pad, so it doesn't really allow you to get a full contraction. But anyways, so I already told you guys what TRT is. So why would you need to be on TRT? So a lot of times, a lot of signs that you might need to be on TRT. Obviously, aging, that's one of the things. And from aging, you might have things like just your stress, hormone levels just out of whack, your test levels is super down, sleep, a lot of fatigue, sometimes anxiety. So the list goes on and on. And those are the reasons why people might want to get on TRT. And also, speaking of age, I am 37. So I guess I'm also going to go ahead and answer the question right now. No, I am not planning on being on any TRT anytime soon. And the reason why I say anytime soon is you never know what, you know, I'm 37. You never know where like 45, 50 years old might need to be. And of course, because I don't think I've reached my full potential yet, so why would I need to be on TRT? Again, I am a firm believer, if you are embedded in the natural bodybuilding world like I am, you see guys like the Marshall Johnsons. I put the picture on the screen, you guys can see this guy's like 50 something years old and still killing it, crushing it, winning shows, beating some young dudes out there. So when you have an example like that, I mean, I'm not looking at it like, wow, I can definitely be like that, so I can definitely do this for a prolonged period of time. That's one of the cool benefits of being a natural bodybuilder. Not to say, I mean, how many 50-something-year-old, except for Dexter Jackson, how many 50-something-year-old bodybuilders do you know out there that are on the sauce that still competing for a long period of time? So you don't really see many of them, and unfortunately, again, lately you've seen a lot of deaths from people that are on the sauce. Not TRT, but I'm talking about the full-blown sauce. But I think TRT is just one of those, you know, it's a fancy way of saying, you know, I'm on the sauce, but I'm not really on the sauce. I just need that extra little boost. So that's why the reason why I think a lot of people are using TRT, but not because they actually need to be on TRT. So next movement, seated row.
Cause it's the path that God chose for me. So even if some doors close for me, I still won't let y'all close to me. So please step back where you're supposed to be. Put the game all on hold for me. Just sit back, watch me roast the beat. It's in my genes, I'm better than them, and I know my flow too sick, I got the medicine. I'm way at the top, who could take my place? I went too hard, can't feel my face. Who the best in this thing? Tell them, yeah, that's me.
So, a little follow-up real quick to TRT, right? So I have a client, if you're watching this, I'm not going to mention your name. I have a client that was coaching before that hopped on, not TRT, but hopped on the sauce. And and unfortunately, he came out and was like, hey, bro, I'm on the sauce. I just want to let you know. And I'm like, thanks for letting me know, but personally, I don't coach people that are on TRT or any sort of special subs, just because it's not my wheelhouse. I don't know much about it. So, but I know for a fact has regret like a few months in based on peer pressure, which I think again a lot of your favorite YouTubers are hopping on TRT. Even some younger dudes that like in the 20s are hopping on TRT. So I figure who best to let you guys know, or just to get his thoughts on it, because a younger dude like most of you guys out there, his thoughts on TRT. This is not trained or coached. This is Max's opinion.
My opinion on TRT and taking steroids in general, if you're like a younger dude, personally I'm 20 years old. In a few months I'm turning 21, so. But kind of my thoughts is like, unless you have an absolute dream that you want to be like an IFBB pro, like you want to be on the Olympia stage or something, doing it for that kind of pursuit, and you're instead doing it just to get a little bit bigger and impress some girls at college or something like that, the things about it that could hurt you kind of outweigh like the good, because you can still make a ton of progress as a natural, and I think a lot of people don't know the different things they can do as a natural. Like they don't focus on the basics, like getting enough sleep at night, getting quality nutrition in, getting all the calories you need in, maybe messing around with some natural supplements like creatine and things like that, and just like focusing on the basics. And I feel like people often rush that whole process and go right into taking PEDs because they want to get somewhere, but they don't focus on the stuff that actually matters. Like you really can't get around like getting enough sleep and nutrition and stuff like that. You can't get around that even with like if you take like grams and grams of gear every day or something like that. My thoughts on are like, don't don't take it unless you for sure know you want to go somewhere with it. You really want to go somewhere with enhanced bodybuilding. There's a lot you can explore in natural bodybuilding, which is what I'm doing. Obviously, Sam's a big inspiration for me here because he did so well in natural bodybuilding, and the dude's freaking 37. But yeah, that's pretty much my thoughts. Don't take them unless you want to go somewhere with it, and it's definitely a big decision that you have to make, and there's a lot of consequences down the road too. So.
And I want to say something real quick. If you are a younger guy and you're trying to get into the gym and get after it, and you think, oh yeah, I want to impress girls, newsflash, most of the compliments that you are going to get are going to be coming from dudes that just appreciate how you look. I'm telling you. So change the reason why you want to, you know, get into the gym and get yoked.
Tell 'em who bring the fire, say, yeah, that's me. Who make it flip, make it bang, ooh, yeah, that's me. Who make the party feel alive, tell 'em, yeah, that's me. Whoa.
Real quick, so Max mentioned something that I think is very important in terms of skipping the process, right? Most younger people, or people that are on TRT, or younger guys that are on TRT, that don't need to be in TRT, you skip the whole process. And he mentioned something that I think is very crucial. A lot of you guys are very hesitant to take creatine to begin with because you're afraid you're gonna go bald. And just skip that process and jump on subs. Like you don't know how to train properly, you don't know how to eat properly, and you just don't know the basic simple steps for you to actually even get there. Even if subs is, I mean, you wanna hop on the sauce, that's what you wanna do. Like you still need to learn how to do the basics first before you do anything like that. Because again, you're setting yourself to actually have a better career or better result if you want to hop on the sauce by learning the simple shit.
Yeah, ooh, yeah, that's me. Who that chillin' at the top? Tell 'em, yeah, that's me. Yeah, yeah. Tell 'em, yeah, that's me. Yeah, I'm chillin' at the top. Ooh, yeah, that's me.
Rose gonna start going way on.
I heard they checking for me, no one checking on me, so I had to go run up a check. I got the message, homie, ain't no flexing on me. My attorney gon' call and collect. Blessings on blessings for me, my successes only made them envious, they got upset. I had to put all their egos in check. I want the money, the power, respect, and I heard you know so and so.
Okay, so wrapping up this video with my final thought. And so the reason why I'm not gonna be on TRT anytime soon, probably in the future for a long time, again, is because, again, I mentioned earlier that I haven't really tapped my full potential yet, and I'll tell you the reason why. So I've been sabotaging my gains for quite some time, and I can be honest with myself and tell myself that because yes, I might be genetically gifted, but the amount of work that I've been putting in it's not what you consider like top tier level work. And again, it's a realization that I came to like 2 years ago when I was again training with like RP Strand, Dr. Mike, Jared, and a group of, you know, Charlie, people that train with like intent. And I mentioned in the last video that you guys saw my arms, that is what has improved the way I train drastically. It's by understanding like, wow, I don't really train as hard as I thought I was. Realizing that just like blew my mind, actually made me happy to like, wow, I actually got this far doing quote unquote almost the bare minimum, but now that I can actually apply the right intensity, it gives me hope like, oh my God, like I haven't even tapped what I think I can possibly do physically. So that's my mentality to it. So there's no way that I'm gonna be hopping on sauce or feel the need to, because again, physiologically I feel great, in the gym I feel great, in the gym I feel like I can still make a lot of gains while I'm still crushing it. So that is one of the biggest reasons why you're not gonna be seeing me hopping on TRT. Of course, I'm not a professional doctor. I'm not saying you should take TRT. I'm not saying you should not take TRT, but if you do, make sure you're taking it because you actually need to, not because you're just trying to fall into the peer pressure of guys you see on social media. Even though they might be lying to you, they say they're natty and they're not natty. I don't really dive into that. Do you. Do what, you know, feels right for you at the end of the day. But that is my take on it. That's what I'm doing. If you like this video so far, comment, like, subscribe, share with your friends. Samok from SAMOKFIT, check it out, and I'll see you guys for the next one. Peace.
Oh, you not a threat, cause I really know so and so. They like my family, so they go pretend that they cool till they bust at your motherfucking chest.